Well, hey everyone. I am cooking a ribeye. This is my fridge, by the way. I don't think I've ever showed you guys my fridge, but I have an old picture from 2018 with me and my daughters. Right before everything went real crazy with my health. And a bunch of other random stuff. Guess I'll show you around my kitchen. Some cooking stuff, bunch of salt. I am cooking a ribeye. Maybe it'll be easier. I'm cooking a ribeye steak right now. 8, 9, maybe 10-ounce steak. Some butter, cutting boards, microwave, oven, more stuff in the kitchen. Blender, juicer, dishwasher, and me cooking a ribeye steak. So I was just at the gym for 2 hours, and we're gonna do 9 minutes on each side of this ribeye at medium heat. Maybe that's a little too long, but we'll see. And a ribeye steak at Costco, I buy 10, they're roughly 10 ounces each. It's like 5.2 pounds, so 16 ounces to a pound. I guess it's more like 8 to 9 ounce ribeyes. And so this is probably more like an 8-ounce ribeye steak, which is still a good 500 or 600 calories, some good protein and fat. I love a good steak. It's a really good post-workout meal. I just went to the gym and did weights. And then I was in the sauna for just over 30 minutes. That was intense. Man, that last 5-10 minutes, I was having to pretend I was Rocky Balboa in a fight with Apollo Creed. It was like real intense getting through that last 5 or 10 minutes, but I held strong and detoxed really well. Then I went to do weights, shoulders, biceps, triceps, and then I went to do kicks on the heavy bag and some punches. And I kicked hard. So despite everything going on, I have some strength in me. I have some ability. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that my body has some energy and some strength. Even though what's going on is no fun. I still have the ability to speak and walk around and work out and perform at least at some good level at my day job. And I can still parent my daughters. So in that way I am blessed, even if I am feeling tormented by this weird curse, I'll call it. And Deborah Christensen, I'll try some slippery elm powder and see what happens. And I have a mold inspector coming in a couple days on Monday to thoroughly test my condo for mold. And I visited my Lyme doctor very recently, and she thinks I got exposed to some toxin or that I have mold exposure that's trying to be cleansed out of me. And my body, either in the past or right now, was exposed to mold, and it's finally has some energy or bandwidth to detox the mold, and she thinks that's why these itches and pinches and burning and stinging sensations are starting in my skin, because my body's trying to get rid of something. And I have to agree that something like that is happening, because I don't have any evidence of a skin infection, of something that could be crawling or underneath my skin. I would have some kind of obvious burrow or bump or big rash or something, and I haven't gotten really any of that. I tried a bunch of different lotions and creams like sulfur and something called Urax, and I mixed some spinosad with the lotion for a few weeks, and my skin started to get angry. Spinosad is just like an insecticide. I was doing that just in case, but now that I know it's 99+% chance that it's not that, it's something else, and so I'm going to stop doing that, because my skin is like grumpy. My skin's like very sensitive right now because I put so much stuff on it. But back to the ribeye, which has 5 minutes to go on the first side. This is going to be good. A lot of protein, a lot of fat. And I'm still trucking along. I remember doing videos here in my kitchen back in 2017, 7 years ago. Deborah Christensen, I remember you, and Deborah Lord, and Mary Mills. You three are like the three OGs of my channel that stick around and watch my videos, and I'm grateful for that. You have seen me through a lot of different things in my life, and I've never once felt judged or anything by the three of you. The three of you have been just like my mom, very supportive of me, and I appreciate that. And I'm doing everything I can to stay strong, work out, make sure I have a powerful physical form, because it is stressful trying to figure out this unknown issue. There is no rest from it really, except for a brief respite in the kind of 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. time, and we are at about 7:30 now, so I'm starting to feel it again, and it's just like it's like some unseen entity is poking and prodding at me. But I know it's not that. Most likely it's my nervous system or my body trying to get rid of some toxin that's built up. That is the best I can think of, and because I've had Lyme disease and I know I have a genetic marker that doesn't detox as well, it's like the MTHFR gene mutation. I have like one allele, but I detox at 70% of normal. So I am susceptible to mold or other toxins if I get exposed, and it's all good. I am prepared to deal with this the rest of my life while doing everything I possibly can to cleanse and detox. I've got a bunch of herbs and supplements I've got on order. Slippery elm powder, more thing I'll try, something called red root that helps detox, activated charcoal, bentonite clay, and several other things I'm taking a couple times a day to help speed up the detoxification process of my liver. Milk thistle as well, and I'll show you all my supplements. Normally I don't have this many things. Quercetin, nitric oxide for energy, horse chestnut for energy, zinc and vitamin C, vitamin MK7, vitamin K2 for the vitamin D I take 2 of these, 10,000 IUs a day, turmeric. Iron I don't take because I eat so much meat. Digestive enzymes, magnesium, something called lithium orotate, 5, garlic, an antibiotic called clindamycin because I have a high level of mycoplasma in my body. My Lyme doctor we're trying to get that knocked out of me. The mycoplasma is causing me grief. And then I have a bunch in my bathroom, things in my bathroom. So I'm basically like I was in late 2018, early 2019, when I was taking about 30, 40 pills a day because my body's compromised again with stuff, and I just appear to be vulnerable to microbes and toxins, and I have to be careful because when I get exposed like this, then I end up having to do 6 months of treatments of antibiotics and supplements, and I have to eat really clean, and Epsom salt baths, and 30-minute sauna almost daily to kind of get myself back on track. And it's hard, and I can see why people with Lyme disease stay sick and bedridden, because it is hard. It's very hard. It is expensive. It's $1,000 or more each month just for all the antibiotics and supplements, and then the visit to the doctor every month to go over how things are going. It's like an extra $1,000, sometimes $2,000, depending on what I'm getting and tests I'm doing. Luckily, I have enough money, at least in the short term, probably for 6 months to do this. And then after 6 months, I'll have to reevaluate and cut back on some things because I don't have infinite money. But I at least have an emergency fund that can support this kind of crisis, which is good. All right, we're gonna flip the steak now, so yeah, let's flip the ribeye. Do 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 do. I should have put some butter on because, oops, there we go. Should have put some butter on because it was kind of sticking to the pan. Okay, let's flip this. All right. We'll do this side for 5 minutes. 6 minutes, I guess. Look at that sizzle. Yeah, I feel so good when I eat steak. It's just really expensive. So if I could eat 2 steaks a day. Let's see, if I ate 3 of those ribeyes a day, 4, I could eat 4 ribeyes a day, but then that's like, that costs about 25 or 30 bucks a day to eat. So it's like 900 bucks just to feed me on ribeye. So I can't do that. So I have other things like ground beef and salads, and I have some nuts, mixed nuts and rice. I could live on rice and meat if I had to. Rice is really cheap. But rice is not the most efficient food. The most efficient food is steak for me. I feel so good when I eat it. So if I could live on ribeye steaks, I would. But I also have salads and nuts and other things to kind of get some vegetable mixes to also give me that variety. But I would say my diet's like 80 to 90% meat, ground beef, steaks, chicken, salmon, plus vegetable mixes and salads. And sometimes I'll have some fruit. Every once in a while, some wild blueberries and apple, strawberries. So it's like, I guess 85, 10, 5. 85 meat, 10% veggies, 5% fruits, something like that. But today was a cheat day. I was like, I'm just going to binge today. And I had like 6,000 calories worth of, I had like this blueberry fruit smoothie, and then I had a pound of ground beef, and then I made nachos. And then I made more nachos, and then I was like, let's go get some ice cream bars, and then I was binging while watching basketball today. The U.S. Olympic team won their gold medal game against France, which was cool. Steph Curry hit this super long three-pointer fading away with 2 defenders on him. It was really cool to see. So I had a cheat day today. I'm going to pay for it, I know, over the next week or 2. But I've been eating good for the last couple weeks. I got down to 216. So I've lost about 8 pounds over the last month, but I'll gain some of that back because of today for sure. But yeah, I was happy I worked out for a couple hours today to kind of undo some of that cheat day I had. See, I'm not perfect, y'all. I have like days where I'm just like, screw this. I'm just gonna binge and just watch basketball, and I just don't have the spark today. But then tonight I said, you know what, I'm going to go to the gym and just push myself, and I did, and that felt really good, and that was awesome. But I'm a human. Oops, I'm holding my phone up higher. Maybe that's better. I'm a human being, a flawed human being. Just like all of you. Y'all are way less flawed than I am. I promise you I have lots of flaws, and I don't say that to try to I don't say that for pity, and I'm not trying to get anything for it, but it's just that whenever I see someone that appears to be perfect, it's like, that's awesome that they're showing that good side of them, but there's no way a human goes through life and doesn't experience the painful parts of life and the human element of it, the side of it, like today for me, where I just went off the rails eating. And finishing the day with eating good, though. But I have hard times. I cry. I get sad. I get depressed. I have good and bad days. My scores are like 6.7 to 7 right now. Trying so hard to get them back to an 8, and it's hard because my skin score is low. Right now it's a 6 average. Usually it's an 8, but because of this thing going on, it's like it's affecting some other scores like my psychology and my morale. But my steak's almost done. So we'll call this cooking a ribeye. Cooking a ribeye with Jeremy J. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen and listening to me just kind of blab. Y'all are like my second family. I appreciate all of you. It means a lot that you comment and you care. It says a lot when you take time to kind of proactively comment. It means a lot to me because you don't have to. Most people don't. So the few of you that do, the select few of you that do, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'll keep fighting and trying to figure this out and get back to doing more regular videos with all of you and for this next phase of my journey, whatever that ends up being. So namaste. See you in the next video.